Mic check. Mom, are we live? Are we live? Welcome everybody to season 3 of the SSBB Esport Championship. We're starting the season off with a whole new selection, a whole new ball game. What we've done is we've started a Clubman series. So we're going to have a Clubman series and we're going to have the Pro-Am series, which is really for all the serious maniacs. Clubman's is for everyone else. If you race in Pro-Am, you're not allowed to race in Clubman's though, because these are the guys that kind of just enjoy life. They don't like to basically hack away at lap times with the scalpel. So welcome everybody. I'm so excited. This is the beginning of a new era and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So what are we in for tonight with the Clubman's series? Well, we've got two categories for Clubman's. Category 1 is a Toyota 86 Gazoo Racing road car. It's bumped up to N300 spec and it is all running on BOP. So effectively you can change nothing. We're running on race mediums and that is it. So the numbers are a bit thin because we are still getting started, but I have absolutely no doubt that this is going to be a wonderful series going forward. So category 2 is a Group 4 Toyota 86, also BOP race mediums. So I'm very super stoked for this. So let's just see what are the guys saying in the comments here. Oops, wasn't supposed to do that. Okay, don't see. So let's jump into it. We're going to jump into qualifying pretty soon. The guys have about 3 minutes left. So let me just let everyone know. I'm not sure what they're saying. So directly after Clubman's category 2 race, we're going to have a short break. We're going to cut this stream. We're going to start a new stream for the Pro-Am League. So the Pro-Am League is obviously, like I explained, it's for all the maniacs trying to cut lap times with a scalpel. And this is for everybody else that just wants to have fun. So I'm super pumped for everybody that's going to be racing here. I see we have a couple of delays. So let's go back to the track and see. We're waiting for adders. He's I'm not sure what's going on. It's N300 anyhow. So we're just waiting for adders. He should be around soon, and then we'll get into it. We're racing this beautiful Maggiore circuit. It is it's a fictional circuit. I think that's right. Or is it non-fiction? I can never remember. Anyway, so we've got a Chucky War is back with us. He raced with us quite a few seasons ago. It's great to have him back with us. Thank you, sir. Great to see you again. Second, who's been out already, is Slung. Also, who's been out is Mr. Gurnall. He's racing with us in Clubman's. Let's just check here. So currently, quickest is. Okay, well the best lap set so far is Slung 2:15.5 and Chucky's second in a 2:17.2. So I'm not sure what's going on. Looks like we've got a couple of technical issues. Stand by while we get this thing ready. we are back. We are back. Man, we've had a bit of a shaky start, but it's okay. I guess everybody getting up to speed. So we're going to jump into qualifying. Adders has made it. Thank you, everyone. Octicon, I see, was in the room. If you want to join now, you would have had to have read the regs, guys. I'm sorry, I can't just add anybody right now because, you know, we've got a time limit. So we're going to start right now and then have some fun. So, interesting times. Just make sure is this thing right. Okay, cool. So, let's see who's gonna get out first. These guys got 10 minutes to qualify. Is everything cool? Audio's good. Everything's good. I've switched the screens this evening. It's a bit weird, so I'm just trying to still find my feet here. So, let's see. Chucky is still in the pits. Got 10 minutes to qualify. Not sure what's happening, Chucky. Is to get your freak on, brother. There we go. Alrighty. So, interesting. He's sitting with Mr. Girl now. He's in the black 86. I drove these cars on Wednesday. They are fantastic to drive. It's just really good fun. Brilliant. They handle so well. And yeah, just really nice to drive. So there's Chucky War. He was looking really good and consistent in practice. And he hasn't raced with us in a very long time, so it's great to have him back, and great to see him looking good. Second here is a new man, Grandpa Goes Gaming. Great to have you. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thanks for joining us. That livery looking fantastic, very nicely turned out livery, and it represents all of our sponsors. Thank you so much. Third, Adders. Great to have Adders back. He was pushing for time earlier. He was, he was saying there's a chance he might not make it, but thank you, he did make it. Fourth, Slung GT, another man that has been with us since the beginning, really, and he's kind of been on and off. It's tough. Sometimes you just can't make it and commit, but yeah, it's great to have him here with us. So thank you. Fifth, Chucky War. So there's Chucky War is fifth. Who's first at the moment? Mr. Gurnall. So let's see if we can get some times up. 7.5 minutes left. This will officially be his first hot lap. So comes into turn 1. It's a funny track this. Got to get the car slow. Turn 2 is really tricky. Very tight on the exit. And turn 3, you kind of run it wide, flat through 3, but you can't go too wide on the exit of turn 3. It's another really tight corner that you need to nail the exit on because there's very long straight ahead, and then you come into what I call the bowl. So it's really downhill. Here it's so tricky to get the brake marker right. You have to brake at just the right time so you don't wash wide, but looks like Mr. Gurnall is absolutely nailing this. Very good looking drive here from Mr. Gurnall. So coming through there nicely. I forget where we are. Let's just jump on with him. So yeah, we're kind of running through these SS sections. Flat through here, flat. I normally ride it right over that little curve and then kind of have to nail it right through here. Obviously this is all flat. So looking quite good over here. Yeah, this is quite a tricky. It's not that section. This here you brake really late. It's kind of the track comes up on you. You go down the hill and you ride into the braking zone. So you can brake so late there. The car loads up so much. Yeah, pretty much this is flat. You want to keep to the left on the exit of that corner so you can maximize the speed through this corner. And in Group 4 it's a lot more tricky. And in those Pro-Am cars, they are going to be absolutely wild through there. This corner is quite tricky. It's like a double left-hander where you kind of run it, turn in, run it wide, turn it in again. So you want to get that all so nice and smooth. Here's coming up to the last corner. This is also very tricky. You have to absolutely nail that corner and maximize the speed on the exit. So Mr. Goodnow looks like he's done nothing wrong here. He should be on set for a really good lap time here. So he goes 2:14.2. That's the quickest I've seen in this practice session. So second, Adders coming through. That's livery looking stunning. McFlurry helping with all the liveries. Adders goes 2:14.6. Well done, Adders. Third, Grandpa Goes Gaming 2:16.9. Slung fourth. Excuse me, let's see what Slung does. That's a good time from Adders. 2:14.6. Slung 2:17.4. Adders currently second on the. So let's see what Chucky does. Chucky was quick in practice. 2:17.9. Can't put it down. So feeling the pressure. Interesting. Adders, I am surprised, man. That is a good time. Well done, sir. 2:14.6. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant work. It's lovely to see. So currently this is your quickest man. 4 minutes to go. Can anyone go quicker? We'll have to see. It's looking very good through here. It's putting together very, very good laps. And this is not a track we've raced at a lot before, but and it's a very, very technical track, but it's a lovely track to drive. Real driver's track. Brakes so late there, right it up on the apex, on the curb. Didn't use that much exit, so you could have potentially got a bit more out of that lap. You have to keep it really left here. Here we go. So let's see Adders. How's Adders doing? It's coming through the bowl. Looking very good through there. Hugging it left here. He's doing a great job. Adders is driving the wheels of this car. School teacher by day. GT Sport Clubman's future champion by night. It's great to have him with us. He's been with us for long. And he hasn't given up. He's persisted. And there's lots to learn when you're new to this. If you don't have a motorsport background, it's just great to see guys progress like that. And I always talk about Golfy. I mean, what a pearl example. Adders coming through there. Looks fantastic. That is a beautiful, beautiful line he took there. So, let's see. Does he go quicker? I don't see the lap time. Didn't look like he went quicker. So, Grandpa Goes Gaming does go quicker. 2:16.6. So he's currently third. Slung 2:16.3. Slung goes quicker as well. Let's look at Chucky. Chucky, my boy. Does Chucky go quicker? Let's see. Doesn't look like he's gone quicker. He was doing 2:15s in the practice. Guys, I have 2 minutes left. Let's just check the time here. See what these times are telling us. So Mr. Goodnow 2:14.2. Adders second 2:14.6. Slung third 2:16.3. Grandpa 2:16.6. Chucky at 2:17.9. Chucky can go quicker. I know he can because I saw him do it in the practice, but he also hasn't driven in a very long time, so you know the race rust is real. Ask me. I know. So, Mr. Goodnow still quickest. 2:14.2 is a brilliant time from this man, showing us that he has what it takes to pedal at the front. Second, this man is blowing my mind at the moment. Adders doing a fantastic job. Just amazing to see. Third, Slung. Also hasn't raced with us in a long time in this beautifully turned out Junetsu Motorsport car. Just gorgeous. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Mr. Reed running these cars this season. He unfortunately might not join us, but he is here in spirit, and he will 2:13.6 from Mr. Gunal. Bliksem. That's Afrikaans for holy shit. Anyhow, so yeah, as I was saying, Mr. Adders 2:14.608. He goes quicker. Well done, Adders. So Mr. Reed running these cars for these guys. So let's see, Slung, can he go quicker? Slung does go quicker. It's really hotting up now. What are the times? So it's still Mr. Gunal first, Adders second, Grandpa goes gaming third, Slung fourth, and Chucky fifth. Chucky's still in the 17s, battling to get out those 17s. So we've got 2.5 minutes left. These guys will have enough time to do one more lap. Mr. Gunal has thrown it down at 2:13.6. Just making us proud here in the opening round of this new format that we're running. Thank you everybody in the comments. Good evening all. Ian Evo. Who else is there? Vorst Engelbrecht. Lekker Vorst. How's it, Ian? How's it all? Janetsu, how's it? Ian, how's it? Great to have you guys on board. So, Mr. Gunal still quickest, 2:13.6. Second, Adders, this man's blowing my mind, 2:14.6. A second off, but there will be, qualifying is one thing, a race is completely another. Grandpa goes gaming in probably one of the sickest liveries I've seen for a while. And he's done it himself, I presume, because McFlurry does everybody else's livery. That, all the newbies. McFlurry, thank you, sir. Great effort, young man. So we with fourth, but that's a beautiful livery. What have I done? There we go. Slung, fourth, 2:15.1. He has gone quicker. He's in the 2:15s. Currently fifth, Chucky. He's decided to park it. Save it for the race. So, that's it for qualifying. Who else is out there still? So, the Adders, does he go quicker? Let's see. He doesn't. He doesn't go quicker. So, beautiful qualifying session there. Super impressed with Adders' performance. He it looks like he's really been able to put it together. But this man, no one came close. 2:13.6. Well done, sir. Brilliant performance. Third, there we go. Grandpa goes gaming third. Slung fourth. And Chucky Wolf fifth. Let's get into it. We've got 5 laps. 5 laps of this circuit. It's gonna be manic. It's gonna be back to back. Chucky is not there. Unfortunate to see. Don't know what happened. Maybe exit. I don't know. Anyhow, let's see how we get on. The green lights are, the red lights are on. It's green. Go go go. So let's see who gets a brilliant start. Looks like Adders and Mr. Gunal got a great start, but Adders is in the front. Now Adders is. Oh, he took the best line through there. He pulled a Verstappen and just said, "Sorry, bud, this is my corner." Nose to tail racing in Clubman's proving that this is fantastic stuff, and this is where you want to be if you want to have a jaw. That is just really doing us proud there. Fantastic work from Adders. Look at this beautiful shot. Maggiore as they go down into the bowl here. It's the other bowl. Mr. Gunal putting Adders under quite a bit of pressure now. All the other rules apply in terms of contact, and a beautiful little scuffle happening between Slung and Grandpa Goes Gaming. So Grandpa Goes Gaming up into third. Slung has the ability to retaliate, but this man still leading the charge. Adders, magnificent pace. Look at the sight of these beautiful 86s coming through there. All road cars. Is a wonderful machine to drive, and brilliant racing. So Adders currently first as they go down into the tighter bowl. Second is Mr. Gunal. Third is Grandpa Goes Gaming, and keeping him honest is Slung GT, who can keep him honest. He must just stick with him, not get out of his slip. But Mr. Gurnall putting adders under huge pressure there. And yes, getting a bit hot and racy here. But Mr. Gurnall and adders looking really racy. And Grandpa Goes Gaming is still there, hot on his heels. Slung must just keep his nose clean and not let these guys get away. He must stay in the slip, and he can still stick with it, because you never know, anything can happen, and the last lap, it does happen generally. So, Adder's running a bit wide. Mr. Gurnall getting a better line through there. He might sit in the slip and then choose his time to pounce. Grandpa Goes Gaming is still there with them. They haven't run away from them. So, turn 1, adders leading the charge. Oh, second is Mr. Gurnall. Third is Grandpa, who's very close. Fourth is Slung. Back to adders, looking very, very good in the front here. Just keep your head cool. Do the laps as you see them. Look at this little beautiful scuffle that's happening here. Slung GT on the outside of Grandpa Goes Gaming. He's pushing. He's just got to stay there. And these four are so tightly bunched. There's nothing in it. One little mistake, or these two decide to get into a little bit of a scuffle, and Grandpa can take them. Or even Slung can send it up the inside while these guys, play argy-bargy. So Adders really, really holding his own here in this battle. It's wonderful to see. He just needs to keep his head down and just keep doing what he's doing, and he'll bring it home. So Adders first currently as we go into the tighter ball. Second is Mr. Gurnall. Third is Grandpa Goes Gaming. Fourth is Slung GT, running a very tight line. He's going to pick up a penalty for that. Back to your leader, Adders. Let's just jump on the back. Some beautiful shots from these guys. And Slung GT just battling to hang on. Adders running it a bit wide. He can't do that. If he wants to stay in this race, he has to just keep his head, not let the pressure get to him, because one little mistake and Mr. Gurnall will capitalize. It's what he's waiting for. It's not always that you want to sit and throw it down with the guy in front, because if you are under pressure from someone behind, you don't really want to do that. You wait for the last lap, or you just sit with them. If an opening presents itself, you take it, but otherwise you sit and wait and don't engage. Oh, Adders running it very deep there on the brakes. Oof, very committed. It means he's going to have a very tight exit going through turn 2. He manages to stay ahead and gets a brilliant exit through there. Now he'll have to brake, get the car turned for this corner. Very, very tight corner. And the exit here is absolutely imperative. Mr. Gurnall looks like he might have got a better exit. So, how's it looking? Mr. Gurnall on the inside. Adders gives him room, but closes the door. Sees he hasn't put it up the inside. So Mr. Gurnall, these guys are racing really, really well, giving each other space. It's nose to tail, 1, 2, 3. These guys are racing so well. It's magnificent to see Mr. Gurnall there, piling on the pressure. He wants Adders to crack. He knows that if something happens, he's there. He's just waiting. At the same time, he has Grandpa Goes Gaming right behind him. Oh, Grandpa gets a huge slide. Going through, I forget what key it is. I'm just going to push anyone. It doesn't work. Damn it. Anyway, Grandpa gets a huge slide. Let's see. That doesn't work. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, back to your leader. Apologies, guys. Commentator Rust. Adders leading the charge. We are lap 3 of 5. It must feel like a 100-lap race for this man, fending off the pressure. So, Adders first, and that's what I was talking about. The anything can happen. You just never know. Oh, Mr. Gurnall sending it up the inside. Looked like quite a clean move. Bit of hip and shoulder, but it looked like it came off quite clean. So, Mr. Gurnall, boys just need to keep it clean. Keep your eye on your radar and don't do anything your mama wouldn't do. So first is Adders, second is Mr. Gurnall, third is Slung GT, fourth is Grandpa after his huge tank slapper he had. Going through turn one there, Adders still in front. Mr. Gurnall not able to break this man. He's piled on the pressure, and Adders has just been able to hang in there. Second is Mr. Gurnall, probably feeling really frustrated. He feels like he can go past him, but Adders just doing everything right. Third is Slung. He's also done everything right. He hasn't let the guys get away from him, and he managed to stay with them. And then when the opportunity presented itself, it's the same thing really. He bounced, and that's what racing is all about. You have to be in it to win it. So Slung GT currently third. Fourth is Grandpa Goes Graming. Must be frustrated with that, but because he was really in it. But no worries, sir. Still a long season ahead. Back to your leaders. Nose to tail. It's a beautiful. It's cup racing at its best. Like it shivers down my spine when I. Woo! Mr. Adders throwing the dummy there. Did it work? Mr. Gurnall going deep on the brakes. He knows he can do it there. Adders, whoa, running him to the side of him. Adders, just keep your cool, keep your cool. I know it's getting hot and heated there. So, Adders manages to stay in front. This is getting tasty. This is exactly what we wanted to see from this racing. I'm running out of breath here. So, Adders still first. Still absorbing all that pressure. Mr. Gurnall still piling on the pressure. Can't find a way through. Thinking, how am I going to get past this guy? Third is Slung, just waiting. He's saying, please guys, engage. I want this. We are going on to the last lap. Will this man be able to keep it together? I am sure he will. All he has to do is just do what he's done, and he will be able to take this home. All the while, Mr. Gurnall is saying, nobody, I want this. I've been here. I'm fighting hand, tooth and nail. I want this. But that's what racing is all about. It's about the competitiveness, the combat, lining up your opponent, defending. Can you imagine fighting off a hungry mob of Toyota 86s and Adders possibly just feeling the pressure there? He's made a few mistakes, but he's managed to stay ahead, and Adders has never been in this position before and had to absorb all of this pressure. It is not easy. I promise you that. It doesn't matter where you are racing, what league you're racing in, it is super difficult. And Adders has the inside line here. So Mr. Gurnall trying to go around the outside. They side by side as they go through there. Mr. Gurnall looks like he might have... No, they side by side still. Adders hanging on, hand, tooth and nail, runs it over the curb, keeps it wide. This is beautiful racing from these guys. It's wonderful to see. I really hope we see more of this as we go through the season. What an opening race. So going down into the heavy braking area. Adders can't really move over. Mr. Gurnall's too far up the inside. Oh, Slug GT also throwing it up there, but Adders does the crisscross on Mr. Gurnall. This is beautiful racing. Wonderful stuff. Mr. Gurnall running it too deep. Adders breaks early, does the crisscross. Slung GT almost gets up the inside, but Adders manages to just hang on there and defend. Mr. Gurnall must be pulling out his hair. What must I do to get past this man? All the while, Mr. Slung GT is there, waiting to pounce. Oh my lord, this is going to be 3 wide through the last corner, I can see. Oh, so Adders still in front. Second, Mr. Gurnall. Still third. So we're coming to the last corner. Adders, it's not the last corner, apologies. Is it the last corner? I don't know. Yes it is. Adders is gonna win this. I can't believe what I'm saying. Adders is gonna win this race. What a fantastic event. Mr. Gurnall second, Slung GT third. My God! That was the race of the century. Wow! Wow! My neighbors are probably going to kick me out, but that was phenomenal. My man, that is well done, sir. You can go to sleep tonight proud that you've done an absolutely phenomenal job. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back, I don't know, just now. Alright, we are back. So it is, I've managed to calm down. Let me have another sip of my coffee. Wow, what an opening round. So we are, why has Grandpa left the room? So we are running it reverse grid based on championship points. So that means that Slung and Grandpa on the same point. So, but Grandpa got fastest lap. So Slung will start first. So I need to set the grid. Audio and everything is good. So Slung must just enter. Why is Grandpa gone gaming? Left the room. his PS4 crashed. Okay. Alright. So I'll set the grid order for the rest in the meantime. So that means is Chucky racing? Okay, he didn't score points, so I'm gonna put him first. Slung second. Chucky actually didn't compete, so I'll put him last. Slung second. Slung is first, Grandpa is second, Adders is third, and then it'll be Grandpa, no? Mr. Gunnell. So Mr. Gunnell needs to jump in, and then I can change the grid order. Gunnell. So Gunnell will be after Adders. There we go. So we just need Grandpa to jump in. We'll be back shortly. Alright, apologies, we are back. So I've set the grid order, we're ready to go. Gonna give these guys about 3 minutes. Sounds like Hitler on the freaking line. Tell them they're on mic at the circuit. So Grandpa in yet another beautifully turned out 86. Look, he's stunning, absolutely gorgeous. As this man continues to impress. Well done, sir. So Adders, really good. Second, first actually is Mr. Gunnell in the same livery as his N300 car, this Group 4 car. We got volume, everything good. Just make sure, check, is the volume good? Check. Alright, just checking audio levels. You never know, it changes all the time. So Mr. Gunnell doesn't show us times here, but Mr. Gunnell currently quickest. Second is Adders, race 1 winner. Third, Chucky. Good to see he's back. I'm not sure what happened in that first race. He was in the pits and then he probably wasn't entered. He hasn't raced with us in a while, so he's probably frustrated. Small mistakes. It happens, you know. Grandpa goes Graham fourth. Grandpa was really in that race, and he was just waiting, you know, waiting for someone to make a mistake, while those two went hammer and tongs at it. And Slung GT, he was there, he capitalized, he waited, he almost got into second through this bowl, this tight bowl, and man, it all got very, very tight there, but he's looking really good here. So let's let these guys finish their lap, and then we are going to jump into it. Let's do an onboard with Mr. Gurnell. Okay, we're not doing an onboard with Mr. Gurnell. Let's do an onboard with Grandpa. Turn 1. These cars are gorgeous to drive around here. This corner you really have to get it squared up nicely because it's super tight. You can't run too wide. Here you have to take a wide entry, don't get too greedy on the exit because you need the car to be in a good spot to get a good exit round here. It's much more important to get a good exit here as you go down the hill because you'll lose a lot more time with the bad exit going down the hill. So we come into this bowl section. This is such a weird corner, but I can tell you the guys up front, Adders and Mr. Gurnell have pretty much got that dialed. Grandpa not far off here. This is depending on which car you're in, it's flat, but yeah, it all depends. Here this is also flat. You need to get a good trajectory through that first part of those S's to take it flat through here. Now in these group 4 cars you can brake after the 50 marker here in the bowl, just because you ride into the camber and there's so much grip, and the trick is to get on the accelerator so early there. So yeah, you can't be too greedy, don't run it too wide on the exit, keep it left and turn in, have to be flat through here to get a good time. This is such a tricky section of corners. You brake, you don't slow the car too much. Have to carry speed, run it out, and then back in, and then carry the speed through here. Tricky corner because it tightens on the exit. And if you run it too wide, you get a penalty. Then you come up to the last corner. This is also a tough corner to get right because there's a lot of curb you must use on the inside, and then you get on the gas really early and run it all the way out to the exit of the track. Maximize your exit so you can get a good lap time. So that's it. Let's tell the guys we are starting now. Looks like everyone has joined. Alrighty, good times. Well done, Slung. Great to see you back, sir. So I really do hope that we have as good a race as we did in the first race. That first race was manic. We have 5 cars this time instead of 4. Chucky is on the grid. Starting first is your man Slung. He can also throw it down. He just needs to keep it clean. So let's see. We'll keep our eyes on the lights. It's red. Let's see who gets a good start. And they go to green. Let's see. Does Slung get it off the line? He does. Grandpa looks like he had a terrible start. So currently your man Slung is in first. He's under pressure from Adders. Who's going to send it up the inside? Grandpa manages to get past Adders. Bit of hip and shoulder there, but Adders just needs to stay in it. This is a long race. Oh, Chucky runs it very wide there on the exit. I need to go back and see what happened there. So let's go to Chucky here. What happens to this man? He just gets a big tank slapper there and gets on the gas too early and loses it. Unfortunate. So back to your leader. It's Slung opening up a gap now, capitalizing. That's what he must do. Got to put your head down and just open that gap if you want to get away. Otherwise, if you're stuck in the train, the guys are just going to hunt you down. So he's breaking the toe. That's what he's doing. Good job. Grandpa, second. Beautiful performance so far from this man. Adders, third with his rival, Mr. Gurnall. Mr. Gurnall piling on the pressure there. Adders just looks like he's driving very defensively. Mr. Gurnall, is he going to go for the dive? He does go for the dive. Runs it very deep. Almost drives. Okay, he doesn't. Apologies. So, the train is Slung GT, Grandpa, Mr. Gurnall, and Adders. Then it is Chucky. Unfortunately, spinning out on lap 1. But glad to see he's still in it. He didn't rage quit. Grandpa sending it up the inside. That's wonderful to see. Brilliant pass there on Slung. Slung just getting it a bit loose there. So, let's just see. So we'll keep our eyes here on Grandpa. There we go. Sending it up the inside. Beautiful move there. Well done, sir. Great to see. So, back to your leader. Grandpa goes gaming. Let's see. Lap 2 of 6. Oh, who was that? Mr. Gurnall missed his brake marker completely. What happened there? Let's just go back and see. Yeah, just overcooked it. Missed his brake marker completely. Oh, unlucky because he was really in it there. Making really good ground. So, Grandpa goes gaming. In full control of this race. Second is Slung. Under pressure from Adders now. And that's what I was saying. Especially in a one-make series like this, you just never know. You just have to stay, keep your nose clean, stay in it. Don't get in too much of a scuffle with the guys, and don't let the guy in front get away. So maybe work together. Oh, Adders throwing it up the inside of Slung, giving each other room. That's really good racing. That's what we like to see. We don't like to see T-bones and steak knives. We like to see good racing. So Adders still second. Wonderful to see. Putting Slung under a lot of pressure now. So third, Adders, apologies. Slung is still second. Fourth is Mr. Gurnall. Is Adders going for the dive here? He's not. He knew he wouldn't be able to make it stick there. So this man doing everything right. Grandpa managing to get ahead and stay ahead and just pull a gap, and that's what you really need to do to break the toe, and also not get involved. Just have enough of a gap so the guys can scrap behind you and not dive you. So Grandpa doing a fantastic job here. Apologies. Second is Slung, still under pressure from Adders, but managing to keep it together, soaking up that pressure. And we all know, if you've ever raced or you have a racing background, that soaking up that pressure is so difficult. Adders, your race 1 runner, just feeling the pressure, but he's hanging in there. He's currently third. He's just needs to stay there and add a bit of pressure like he's doing, and you see people start to make mistakes. So, Slung getting a big tank slapper there. Very unfortunate to see. Very unlucky there. So, just maybe feeling the pressure too much. It didn't look like there was contact at all. He just managed to get on the power too early, and unfortunately, it all went horribly wrong. So, Grandpa goes gaming, still first. Second, Mr. Gurnall sends it up the inside of Adders, who just got second place. I think Adders is going to say, no, thank you, sir. Adders also, excuse me. Not sure what happened with Adders there. Looks like he went into the side of Mr. Gurnall and possibly just ricocheted off of him. So, Mr. Gurnall sitting pretty in second here. Adders piling on the pressure. Adders knows he has the pace. He's got a 0.3 penalty. He knows he has the place. He can do it. He just needs to race a clean race to avoid any other penalties, and he'll be able to take the podium and maximize his championship points. Grandpa has already pulled out a 2.6 second lead So for Mr. Adders to catch, or for these two to catch Grandpa, they need to work together. They can't sit and scrap. So currently third is Mr. Gurnall. Fourth is Slung after that unfortunate mistake. Fifth is Chucky. We haven't seen much of this man, but it's great to see him back. And also making an unfortunate mistake on lap 1. These cars, I did notice when we were testing them that they were quite loose in the lower speed stuff, and through the high speed stuff, the aero comes into play and they're quite good. But Chucky just running it wide there. So lap 4 of 6 in through turn 1. Grandpa Adder's getting it very loose. Maybe the pressure's getting to him. You can see the cars are quite loose through the lower speed stuff. So Adder's pushing hard now. He doesn't want Mr. Gurnall to fight with him. Mr. Gurnall feeling the pressure a bit there. Slung beautiful drift through that corner. Well done, sir. So coming into the bowl here, back on with Grandpa Goes Gaming. Wonderful performance from this man. Managed to pull out a gap, and that's what he's doing. He's managing the gap. The gap down to a second. So this is getting spicy. Adders is within DRS slip. But close the gap right up to 0.4 of a second. Adders is hungry. He wants that position. He knows he can do it. He knows he's got the pace. He needs to be patient though. He can't make a mistake and run into the back of Grandpa. Or he has to be patient. He knows he's raced with us for a long time. This is the perfect place to do it. Down into the bowl. Perhaps taking the line too tight there. He could have done it. But just getting on the brakes too early, which allowed Mr. Gurnall now to close the gap and pass him through there. So Adder's making a bit of a mistake there, and that's just down to experience. When you're playing in the front, the pressure just gets to you, and it's very easy to make the mistake. So it's really good for these guys though. They're having a brilliant scrap. 1, 2, 3, and but Grandpa still on top, not letting these youngsters get under his skin. It's fantastic to see. Beautifully turned out vehicles, and hanging on, hand, tooth and nail. The gap down to 0.2 now. So Mr. Gurnall is going to look to pounce somewhere. He piled on the pressure. He's going to be hungry. Oh, that was a bit wild through there. Let's just, we can use the replay function to go back and look there. I don't want to look right now because it looks like these three are still having a bit of a scrap. So Grandpa getting a good exit there. Let's just go back and take a look. So Mr. Gurnall riding over that curb. Really good racing from these guys. Grandpa still in the lead of this train. Beautifully executed through there. He didn't look that good in practice, but he's doing everything right here. Adders still in it to win it, and that's the thing. You can never ever give up, especially in one-make racing. Anything can happen. Adders, thank you, sir. Flashing your lights in acknowledgement. Just need to keep it together and don't overcook it. He's raced with the super fast guys for a long time, and he decided he wanted to take a bit more of an easy approach to his racing. This doesn't look like an easy approach. This looks like quite hectic racing. So Grandpa still in it though. Mr. Gurnall still there, trying to find a way past Grandpa. Is he far enough up the inside there to make it work? Side by side through there. That's brave. It's really brave from these two, giving each other room. Beautiful racing. Adders also on the outside. Whew, that's brave from Adders. All of these guys really going for it here, not giving each other any breathing room. And the 5 of 6, they're going on to the last lap now. They know that there's not much left in terms of time, so they are going to have to make it happen while they have time. This is the last lap. We haven't seen much of Slung. He's coming onto the main straight now, and Chucky War still in 5th place. So let's hope these three can keep it clean. Adders sends it up the inside of Mr. Gurnall. That's beautifully done. Really hip and shoulder. I mean, if they're going to have to make a trip to the panel beaters after this. Grandpa goes gaming, get a bit of a slide there, but still brilliant, and stays in front of these two hungry youngsters. So Grandpa first, second is Gurnall, and third is Adders, piling on the pressure to Mr. Gurnall. Adders knows he has the pace. It just he's in, the roles are reversed now. He's the hunter, not the hunted, and it's a whole different ball game. You have to be very clean to make a good pass. So you also can't. Oh, yes, that looked like it was going to end in tears. Luckily, Adders decided caution is a better part of valor, and while these two scrap behind Grandpa just decides, no, I'll just carry on, pull a gap on these guys, and give these youngsters a bit of a driving lesson. It's wonderful to see Grandpa still first, coming into the tight bowl now for the last time, hitting hard on the brakes. These two concertina up. Second is Mr. Gurnall, soaking up the pressure from Adders and still trying to pile on the pressure. So while he's defending, he's trying to attack. That is the best way to defend. So he's going to try to find a way past Grandpa. At some point, he must be pulling out his teeth or his hair. Oh, it's a bit dicey through there. I don't know if there was contact. Grandpa goes a bit wide, but Grandpa has the inside line for the next corner. So Adders capitalizing on this little scrap as well. Going into the last corner. How's it going to play out? Okay, they stay 1, 2, 3. So beautiful race from these guys. Really, really close racing. Your man, Grandpa Goes Gaming, is going to take it. Second, Gurnall. Third, Adders. Well done, Grandpa. Beautiful, beautiful race. Wonderful to see. Fourth is Slung. He had an unfortunate race. Made a rare mistake. He was third, and he could have taken it. And unlucky, my friend. There's next time. But well done, sir. You had a fantastic race. Otherwise, bringing the car home in 4th place. 5th place is Chucky, putting it in the wall over the line. Well done, sir. Thanks for joining us. Everybody, what a start to the season. It's been absolutely magnificent. But to the victor, the spoils. Grandpa Goes Gaming. What an absolutely stellar performance, sir. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant racing. So that's it. So let me just capture the points and we'll be right back.